You know the vibes, it's your boy JoJo back for another video, and today we got a JuiceWrld versus Xxtentacion rap battle. I know when people usually compare rapper against rapper, they usually do song against song comparisons, but this time we're going to do 5 rounds consisting, round 1 being media, who has a better media image and who has a better following, round 2 being versatility, whose music sticks out for all people, you know, just different genres and stuff like that, round 3 being lyrical ability, whose lyrics really mean something, round 4 being chart numbers, whose music did better inside chart numbers, because you know that's very big on who's a better artist, and round 5 being longevity, whose music is gonna last longer, because you guys know both of them are dead, so that's gonna be very important. You guys gotta have longevity to be a better artist. Let's just get straight into the video. So we're gonna start off with JuiceWrld. The lucid dreamer himself has 11.9 million Instagram followers. He was very active while he was alive. He was always on Instagram live playing his unreleased music for his fans. He was always active on Twitter too, which brings me to his Twitter following. He had about 1.5 million Twitter followers, and he had about 6.33 YouTube subscribers. Moving on to XTENTACIon. X has 18.1 million followers on Instagram. He only had one post when he died, and after he dies, that one post still remains. He only followed 0 people before he died, but after he died, his mom started running his account, and she followed 4 people for whatever reason. So basically, X wasn't too active on Instagram while he was alive, but he was always active on Twitter, mainly posting his opinions about what was going on inside the world, because you know that's the type of person that Xxtentacion was. He had about 2.1 million Twitter followers and 27.2 million subscribers on YouTube, which is way better than JuiceWrld. That's almost 21 million more subscribers than JuiceWrld had, which is pretty impressive because X really only posted audios. I believe he only had like 3 or 4 music videos on his channel. So for round 1, I'm gonna have to give it to JuiceWrld. I know X has more followers and all that stuff, but I'm pretty sure JuiceWrld's fans really appreciated him being active while he was alive, because little did they know that he was gonna pass. So far, JuiceWrld is winning 1-0, but don't get too mad because there's 4 more rounds to go and anything can happen. So let's just start round 2, which is versatility, and this time we're gonna start off with Xxtentacion. X was a guy who loved to evolve as a person and as an artist. He started off with more of a heavy, hardcore type of music, and then he moved to more emo and more soft music, expressing about what he was going through at the time. And then from there, he was just unpredictable. He was making tracks of all genres, and that's why I feel like he has fans of all genres. And as we all know, X had a very strong fan base, and that's because, well, his fans love all music, and that's what he gave them. Moving on to JuiceWrld, he was mainly an emo rapper his whole entire career, but we did get a heavy metal Juice on Ski's album. Even though Juice's style was mostly always emo, we always heard a different message and a different story in each song, and that's why I mainly appreciate him for always giving us emo music. With that being said, I think the obvious round 2 winner is Xxtentacion, mainly because his music was more creative and versatile than JuiceWrld. So the series is tied 1-1, but don't trip because there's 3 more rounds to go. So for round 3 is going to be lyrical ability, meaning whose lyrics hit the hardest and whose lyrics is more meaningful. For this round I use X and JuiceWrld's top 3 songs to see who has more lyrical ability. Let's go. So for JuiceWrld we're going to use Lucid Dreams, and for X we're going to use F Love. Starting off with JuiceWrld, the most meaningful lyrics inside this song is I still see your shadows in my room, can't take back the love that I gave you, it's to the point where I love and I hate you, and I cannot change you, so I must replace you. And must I say, man, bruh, dang, bruh, those are some lyrics inside that song, bro. And those lyrics he's talking about his ex in that song, man, it's very lyrical, mainly getting into details about how he's feeling about it. So I'm gonna give this lyrics a 10 out of 10. So for X's F Love, we're gonna use the lyrics, I'm nauseous, I'm dying, she ripped my heart right out, can't find her, someone to, my eyes are all cried out, lost it, riots, gunfire inside my head. And must I say, man, I feel like those lyrics are more broken down and you can just feel and just hear the pain when he's saying it. So I'm gonna have to give that a 10 out of 10 also, just because it gives us more of a vivid picture of the situation on how he's feeling. So the second song we're gonna use for JuiceWrld is All Girls Are the Same, and for X we're gonna use Jocelyn Flores. The key lyrics that we're gonna use for JuiceWrld's All Girls Are the Same says, who am I kidding, all this jealousy and agony that I sit in, I'm a jealous boy, really feel like John Lennon, I just want true love, guess it's been a minute, pissed off by the way that I don't fit in. And I gotta say, those are some catchy bars, but I'm gonna have to give it an 8 just because I feel like he could have broke it down better. Moving on to Xxtentacion's Everyone Dies in a Nightmare. The key lyrics that we're gonna use for that song is tired of feeling like I'm trapped in my dang mind, tired of feeling like I'm wrapped in a dang lie, tired of feeling like my life is a dang gang, and words really want to die in the nighttime. Now I'm gonna have to give that a 10 out of 10 just because I feel like it's heartfelt and he's talking about how he's feeling inside the song, and I feel like most rappers don't be doing that nowadays. So for the third and last song that we're going to use for JuiceWrld is Robbery, and for X we're going to use Jocelyn Flores. So the key lyrics for JuiceWrld's Robbery is, she told me put my heart in the bag and nobody gets hurt, I'm running from her love, I'm not fast so I'm making it worse, and I'm digging up a grave from my past, I'm a whole different person, it's a gift and a curse so I cannot reverse it. And I'm going to have to give that a 9 out of 10. It's actually hits hard, but I'm going to have to give it a 9 out of 10. Mostly because I feel like he could have went more into it. I feel like he was using more of a metaphorical type of phrase inside that line, which I appreciate. So for X's Jocelyn Flores, the key lyrics that we're going to use for this song says, I'm in pain when I put 10 shots in my brain. I'm a tripping about things can't change, so it's sad at the same time I'm tame. Picture this, you're in bed and you get a phone call. A girl that you F with killed herself. That was this summer and nobody helped. Ever since then I really hate myself and want to F and end it. In this song he's rapping about a friend who killed herself and he feels like it's him to blame, which it's not, but he's rapping about how he feels in the aftermath of it. I'm going to give this a 10 out of 10 mainly because he's rapping about directly what's going on inside of his life and other people's life, which is her life, who killed herself. So I'm going to have to give round 3 to Xxtentacion. So X is leading the series 2-1, but there's 2 more rounds, so stay tuned. So for round 4, it's going to be based off of chart numbers. Chart numbers are pretty important inside the music industry just because it shows you how well your song did, and it shows you a ranking of the song out of all the other songs inside the world. It's pretty simple. So for round 4, we're going to start off with Xxtentacion. X had 32 songs that peaked under the Hot 100 Billboard. He even had a song that peaked number 5, which was Don't Cry featuring Lil Wayne, that dropped after his passing, and his post-homage song called Sad, which peaked number 1, which is very special because out of all the songs that could have peaked number 1, it was his, so that's amazing. Moving on to JuiceWrld, and must I say, JuiceWrld just beats X by landslide. JuiceWrld had 47 songs that peaked under the Hot 100 Billboard and 8 songs that peaked under the top 10. Songs like Lucid Dreams, which peaked on number 2, songs like Godzilla that peaked number 3, which featuring Vanilla Ice Tea, songs like Come and Go that peaked at number 2, and songs like Wishing Well that peaked at number 5. So for round 4, I'm going to have to give it a JuiceWrld, obviously. I feel like round 2 and 4 were more factual rounds, while round 1 and 3 were kind of factual, but I feel like they were based off an opinion. But don't hate, and just tell me who you think should have won those rounds. But first, grab your popcorn because round 5 is going to be no doubt the most controversial round of this series. As you guys know, the series is tied 2-2 and it's going to be based off of longevity. And as we all know, JuiceWrld and X has both passed, so longevity is going to be needed for these 2 amazing artists. Let's go. So for round 5, we're going to start off with JuiceWrld. JuiceWrld was an artist who rapped about anxiety, depression, and drugs. People who went or even still go through those things find his music enjoyable and helps them go through whatever they're going through. JuiceWrld always wanted to put a positive message in everything he did. Like for instance, he started the 999 movement, which was from the phrase 666, which was negative. Then he flipped it over to 999, which was positive. People will always remember how talented JuiceWrld was from all of his songs being freestyles, and that means all of his music came from the heart. I feel like that's something that will always come to mind when people think of him. JuiceWrld is definitely a legend and his music will last forever. Moving on to Xxtentacion, and may I say, he's one of the, and if not the best artist of this generation. People refer to him as a Tupac of this generation, while I refer to Tupac as the X of his generation. His music spoke to over 10 million kids, and we use his music as a cure to our pain, and we still do. His message was so perfect, and he wanted all of his fans to know that you can become the best person that you could be. And we saw that from in and out of his music. X wanted all of his fans to know that no matter what we're going through, we can get out that dark point of our life and become happy again, as we saw that through his life. I believe that all of his songs are masterpieces and that they're ageless and that they're a cure for anxiety and depression. And that's why for this battle, the winner of it is, drumroll please, Xxtentacion. Now before you guys hate inside the comments, well, I honestly don't have an excuse for why you guys shouldn't, but let me know if you think I chose the right person or the wrong person. I put a lot of effort into this video, so please do like, comment, and subscribe. Follow my Instagram at JojoScout_, and I'll be posting more videos like this every Friday, so make sure you turn on your post notifications, and let's get it. See you guys next Friday.
And when you have this genuine feeling that you get from somebody, and you make that person your source of happiness, obviously it becomes like they become your drug. You know what I'm saying? This girl became like my drug.